Are there any puppet masters pulling the strings? Now, before we get into that, please make sure you subscribe to the channel. We're making some big moves and you won't want to miss out. Also, don't forget to check out our site for exclusive content. So if you've been watching this series from the beginning, you probably have a few theories about who's behind Monarch programming and other covert mind control programs. Maybe you think it's the Illuminati, the CIA, the global elite families. Well, you're not wrong. There are definitely some powerful forces that would like you to remain unaware of your true potential, but that doesn't even begin to scratch the surface. There is a small group of people that are more powerful than governments. They're not elected. They don't have to answer to anyone. They can make decisions based on what they believe is best for humanity without having to worry about the consequences. They're doing it anyway. These are the people that we'll be exploring today. But before we dive into it, let me explain what I mean when I say that this group is more powerful than governments. When we talk about power, we usually mean the ability to do something or the capacity to influence others. Power can come from many places: money, military strength, knowledge, social status. But there's another kind of power that's often overlooked: spiritual power. And it's hard to overstate just how powerful that can be. People who have a strong sense of their own spirituality are more likely to feel confident and secure in their place in the world. They're also more likely to be optimistic and hopeful for the future. That's why it's so important to find ways to connect with your spirituality, whether that means spending time in nature, meditating, or connecting with a higher power. We can see this kind of spiritual power all around us in nature. Take, for example, the butterfly. This creature is born from a process of metamorphosis, which is nothing short of miraculous. It starts out as a caterpillar, then enters a chrysalis, and eventually emerges as a beautiful butterfly. This transformation symbolizes personal growth and change. And it's a reminder that we have the power to change and grow in ways we never thought possible. The butterfly is also a symbol of hope. When the caterpillar is inside the chrysalis, it's in a state of suspended animation. It seems like it's dead, but it's actually going through an amazing transformation. In the same way, the butterfly can represent the potential for change and growth in our own lives. Even when things seem darkest, there's always hope for a better tomorrow. Now, you may be wondering why I'm talking about butterflies in a video about mind control and programming. It's because the butterfly is one of the most potent symbols of transformation and control. And there's a secret society whose entire purpose is to control the minds of humans through symbolism, symbols like butterfly. This group is known as the Illuminati, and they're more powerful than you think. The Illuminati is a secret society that was founded in Bavaria in 1776 by Adam Weishaupt, a professor of law at the University of Ingolstadt. The group's name comes from the Latin word illuminati, which means enlightened. The Illuminati's goals were to spread enlightenment and reason, and to oppose superstition and religious influence over public life. The organization grew quickly, and by 1785 had over 2,000 members. Most of them were German nobles, but there were also bankers, lawyers, and intellectuals. The Illuminati believed that the best way to achieve their goals was to infiltrate and control the institutions of power. They focused on gaining influence over the government, the church, and the economy. The Bavarian government eventually became suspicious of the Illuminati, and in 1785 ordered the group to disband. But the secret society survived and continued to operate in secret. Over the years, the Illuminati has been blamed for a lot of things, some of which are probably just conspiracy theories. They've been blamed for the French Revolution, the American Revolution, and even the assassination of John F. Kennedy, but there may be some truth to these claims. If you think about it, it makes sense that a secret society would want to keep its activities hidden. If people knew that the Illuminati was controlling world events, they might try to stop it. The Illuminati knows that it's easier to pull the strings from the shadows. So what does this have to do with mind control? Well, the Illuminati is rumored to be one of the groups that's interested in controlling the minds of unsuspecting citizens. They know that if they could get people to do what they want them to do without realizing it, they would be much closer to achieving their goals. This is why Monarch programming is so important to them. It allows them to create Manchurian candidates who will carry out their orders without hesitation. They can use these people to further their own agenda and achieve their goals without anyone being the wiser. Another group that's rumored to be involved in mind control is the Committee of 300. This is a secret organization made up of 300 of the most powerful people in the world. They come together every year in Bilderberg to discuss the most important issues facing the world and to make plans to address them. The problem is that the Committee of 300 isn't elected and doesn't have to answer to anyone. They can make decisions based on what they believe is best for humanity without having to worry about the consequences. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. The members of the committee are some of the brightest minds in the world. They're experts in their field, and they have a deep understanding of the challenges facing our planet. But there's always the possibility that their plans could be misguided or even harmful. For example, the Committee of 300 could decide to implement policies that benefit the world as a whole, but that are not in the best interest of a particular country or region. Or they could make decisions that are based on greed or selfishness rather than what's best for humanity. There's no way to know for sure what the Committee of 300 is up to. They meet in private and their discussions are kept secret. But that doesn't mean we should just ignore them. If you think about it, it's pretty obvious that a group of 300 of the most powerful people in the world could have a major impact on our lives. Whether we like it or not, we should be aware of their agenda and make sure that they're working to improve our world, not destroy it. A third group that's rumored to be interested in mind control is the Council on Foreign Relations. This is a nonprofit organization that was founded in 1921. Its members are some of the most influential people in the world, including politicians, business leaders, and academics. The Council's stated mission is to study and to help solve problems related to the nation's foreign policy. But there are rumors that the Council is up to more than just that. Some people believe that the Council is actually a secret cabal that controls the world. They claim that the Council meets in private and makes decisions about everything from wars to elections to economic policy. Of course, there's no evidence to support these claims, but that hasn't stopped people from speculating about it. After all, it makes sense that a group of powerful people would want to keep their discussion secret. If you were in charge of making important decisions about the future of our world, wouldn't you want to do it without the prying eyes of the media and the public? These are just a few of the groups that have been rumored to be interested in mind control. Whether or not these claims are true doesn't really matter. What matters is that these groups have the power to control our world, and that's something we should all be aware of. Now I want to hear from you. Do you think there are any other groups that should have been included on this list? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We're making some big moves and you won't want to miss out.